control with both arms, but try to trap that arm, pin it, control it, try to get to that flank side. We've got to work our footwork, right? So again, he throws the punch, he gets the attachment to me. I try to move away. 1, 2, 3. If he stays in front of me, I'm just going to pepper him with punches. Again, yeah, gets the attachment. A step, 1, 2. Be very careful with this without gloves or headgear on, because you won't even realize it. You're just going to keep pushing up. The speed's going to get more, and you're going to put more muscle into it, all of that. Okay, so the next one is pushing away from him, right? So he threw the punch, he gets the attachment to me, I push, I punch, he better move. Yeah. Again. He throws the punch, he gets the attachment, I push away, I pin him in the strike. Yeah, but he doesn't. We want it to make sense, but at the same time, you can just do random pieces as well and see what it lends you, right? In other words, I don't necessarily have a plan past that first engagement, right? I do the punch and I get this. This was my plan, and maybe my plan was to trip him. But it didn't work out that way because he moves and he starts to hit me, right? I need to be able to work with it. Again, please. I'm here, and he steps. More, 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 more. I don't know what he's going to do. And that's, again, if you just practice techniques over here and you do sparring and wrestling, there's this big disconnect, right? I really need to work momentum. I need to work timing. I need to work how to contend with force and change-ups and erratic behavior and erratic timing on his part, right? If he's here and all of a sudden he changes it up on me, you can't really prepare for that, right? By trying to guess at it, but you can keep yourself relaxed so you can respond to it. Okay? So then we've got, we'll do that one once more. So he threw the punch, I blocked it, he grabbed me, and look, I'm gonna push it away from the guy, push into him to try to create space so I can punch him. And then we got turning around, right? So he throws the punch, I block it, he grabs me, and again, I turn, right? Yeah, we're gonna add to it. Move back, please. He throws the punch at me, I block it, he grabs my arm, I spin, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, again. Right, he's got me, I'm gonna spin. He blocks me, I spin again, maybe I push. That's right, strike. And then we're going to try to make it as random as we can. It doesn't really matter what it is, right? So I'm going to lead in because after that first engagement, no one's really in control anymore, right? We're trying to see who can seize control or knock the other person out or what have you. So again, your goal is when you get down here, is minimum try to do 3 exchanges. But at least if I can do 5, think about it like this. In a combat sports situation, you may have 2 or 3 rounds, and you may get hit repeatedly, right? It's a sport. Yes, you can get knocked out. Yes, you can get hurt. We know all of that. But a street fight is really probably not going to go 3 rounds. It's not even going to go 3 minutes. It's probably going to go less than a minute. And you don't want it to last that long. So 3 or 5 engagements is probably really good to shoot for. If you can adjust yourself 3 to 5 times while dealing with somebody when they're using full-on speed, full-on force, they're really pressing into you, then you're going to be much more successful in continuing with the street altercation. Again, this is predominantly linear actions, strikes, some hooks. There's another module like this. You merge the 2 together, and you're going to cover all of the baseline arcs and angles of strikes. You can add in kicks if you want, and you can add in throws. But if you just focus on this core thing for a while and develop that, right? So again, here's my punch, I get his arm, and where's he going to start at, right? Again. Yeah. Yeah, okay. He tries to get me. Right? Don't take it more than, maybe take it more than 5 moves, but try not to do too many more. And remember, breathe, try to stay relaxed, and stay focused. Again, he tries to attack. Oh. I'm going to attack him. What is he trying to do? He's trying to control my arms. He's more concerned with that than moving or positioning himself. Don't get into that. It's like I see a lot of these people again. It's some traditional martial artist, and he's going to fight this Sanda guy, or I don't know, kickbox, or whatever it is. And he is playing defense, or he's trying to just control, when he should be offensively attacking, or attacking the attacks, right? Like he throws a punch, that's attacking his attack, right? But if I just do this stuff, give me one. I'm going to get hit, right? But if he throws it, I don't have to overwhelm him with mass. But if I can change angles and positions, I can use my speed and coordinate my actions and stay focused, I can overwhelm someone sometimes that's faster than me, or bigger than me, or younger than me, etc. So we'll try it again. Feel the punch. Yep. So, again, it's not that hard, it's kind of fun. And again, I could really explain this a lot more in detail, and I would like to, but I really want people to get something out of this. I'm telling you, if you're doing traditional martial arts, most of you are doing stuff like this. He throws a punch and it's frozen. And then you do, I don't know, whatever the technique is, right? The punch is frozen. That's okay if you're trying to show the mechanics of something, right? He puts the punch out. Okay, I need to fix this punch, and I want his hand here for defensive purposes. And look, I'm going to parry like this. Okay, cool. But then after that, it should be offensive and moving. Boom. He does it again. Same side. 1, 2. If you're not training like that, and every time, this makes you feel like, oh, well, shit, I'm good at this, right? He does whatever the movement is. Okay, but not really. You're not training the core attributes. The core attributes, again, are speed, force, breathing, being able to concentrate your mind into the action, being able to handle momentum, being able to judge timing and distance and all of that stuff. Those things are important, and if you just train frozen technique like that, you'll never get that. And that's why combat sports seem to be so much more effective to the average person in the street that's not doing martial arts, but that wants to come to it. They're just inverted a little bit, right? That same movement, I'm going to throw the punch up, and he's got to parry it. Yeah? And then look, I should be able to build on that every time, right? So I'm going to do the move, he does something, I do something. If I don't do it like that, I'm not expanding myself. If you really think that you're going to take the guy out with one punch on the street, of course it happens. And there's a high percentage of it. The dude's drunk, or he sucker punched him, or whatever. But again, you need to focus on 3 to 5 exchanges. I throw something, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Whatever the piece is. So anyway, I hope that's helpful. And like I said, there's so much more that can be added to this, and I hope it makes sense the way that I was trying to explain it. That once more, you've got those 5 pieces of footwork, right? I'm either stepping through, I'm stepping back, I'm turning around either off of the lead, right? Or if I'm here, I'll turn this way, right? And then I'm either going to try to move myself away to escape from him, or move myself away to create space, or he's attached to me and I try to push him away to create space, or I try to push his whole body away. So, in other words, the first set on those 5 pieces of footwork are all the way down, right? And the first part, he tries to get the bridge, and I don't let him. And he keeps trying to advance on me. Don't chase the hand. Be sure that you don't get hit. Focus. But when you're training like this, it'll make much more sense. In other words, you'll probably get hit a couple of times, but you will learn, well, I need to pay attention more to his center mass, not to the arm. Okay, then the second segment, you've gotten the attachment, right? You threw whatever your illicit response was, an open hand, a chop, a punch, I don't know, monkey paw, whatever the hell you want it to be, to elicit the response, and he gave it to you. Now, he's going to do those 5 pieces of footwork again, and I'm going to try to stay with him. Okay, like this, but he steps without that, right? Or I'm here, and he steps back with a lead. I'm going to try to stay with him, right? Or I'm here, and he tries to escape from me, right? I try to stay with him. He tries to push in on me, right? I try to stay with him, though. He tries to pivot and turn on me. Yeah, yeah. Right? Or turn the other way. Yeah. I'm trying to stay with him. Then the third stage, one attack, right? I got the control. As he steps through, he tries to throw a straight or a curved punch. Or he steps back with the lead, and he tries to throw a straight or a curved punch. I get this, and he tries to pull away, and as he does, he tries to throw a straight or a curved punch. Or he tries, I get the control, he pushes in, and he tries to throw in a straight or a curved punch. I get the control, he tries to turn around and throw whatever, and it's going to be like more like an elbow or a back fist because of the position of it. But be careful, don't split somebody's head open with an elbow just by randomly doing this stuff. Block it. But look, the more I can stay here, the better. The further I step out, the more that he can use these movements on me. Okay? And then the final part of that is being able to control a situation first. I'm here. He steps through. He throws the punch. 1, he throws another punch. 2, maybe he turns around this time. 3, I want to be able to do that in a controlled environment and see if I can work 3 pieces. Once you can, then you make it random. But when you make it random, try to at least explain to your partner, I'm going to step through on the first piece. I'm going to step back on the first piece. I'm going to turn in on the first piece, but the next 2 pieces are random. Once you can do that, then take the same setup and make everything random and shoot for 3 to 5 exchanges. If you can do that and you feel more solid about it, shoot for 5 to 8. But remember, the more we can do that and we can process it in our brain and we can keep a clear mind about it, and we're working on those skills that we need. Again, momentum handling, judging time, understanding what a broken rhythm is, how to keep our breath right, how to keep our mind focused, all of that stuff. Those are the attributes that we're trying to build. And on the street, more than likely, it's not going to be more than 3 or 4 engagements. If you can do 3 or 5 or 8, then that should give you an additional level of confidence, especially working this on a regular basis. So anyway, I hope that helps, and thank you for watching.